A wonderful good day to everybody. Let's build some factory today. So, last time I stopped on this, I made myself some sulfuric acid. I do remember that. Beyond that, I am also reminding myself that, or remembering that, I was pretty much done with most of the preparations here, so let's ogle a bit. I think it's N is better, yeah. So I made the low density structures, I made the red circuits, I made the green circuits, I made all the other metals that we needed. The only two things that I wasn't too sure about was if I had enough copper at my disposal, and the products from stone were still lacking. Okay, so I think I'm pretty much up and running in this regard. So let's check on out where do I pull my stone from. I do know that I have a deposit somewhere around here. It should be somewhere around. Where is my stone? There's copper, there's iron, but I know that I have a train station for stone as well. There's the coal station. Where's the stone station? Christ. I have a well-organized system. So... No, seriously, where's the stone? I bet that I browsed past it a couple of times already. Here it is. So... we're going to have to wire this right through, hey? Let's start with that. It's a bit of a pain, but I don't know how I would do it otherwise. I mean, I do need these products now for the production of solar panels and some other stuff. But I do... yeah, heat shielding. Heat shielding. I need lots of stone for the heat shielding. So the entirety of my ore refining is happening here. So if I'd be pulling the stone from here and let it run down there, that should be okay. I'm quite happy that this is going to be pretty much the end of everything that I will put onto this facility here. Basically, once the spaceport is done, I plan to detach everything that I build henceforth from this structure. Probably set up an entirely new setup for all the stuff that I'll need for the space production. We'll see about that. Okay, but first things first, let's grab myself some belts and get going. Get working. This is one hell of a beast to tackle. I'm really happy that I underestimated space exploration so hard. So hard. Otherwise, I don't think that I would have had the passion to endure. So, fast underground belts, and I'm picking up a ton of red belts here as well, because I just know that I'll need them. Okay. La 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 la. I hated to have an output into this direction. This feels so wrong, but I can't change it. Okay. So... there's quite some spaghettification going on by now. All for us. Alright. Let's check. Where does this thing end? Yeah, we can take this as a lead. Because I like to bundle belts together that have a similar endpoint, you know. So we got to get past the refinery. Alright, and now let's see. So we destroyed some meteors, and let's make this happen like that. Here we go. So that's going to be the stone we need for all remaining operations. Because I know that we're going to require a lot of stone for what's coming up next. So, let's see. This is balanced out. Tragic. And let's see. I only remembered that I needed stone, and I also remember that I need rocket fuel. How about bringing up the rocket fuel next? Because I really think that this is going to be a major hurdle. So let's see. I need fluid rocket fuel if I remember correctly. No, this thingy here did have a connection for here, liquid rocket fuel. Yep. So, dear FNEI, how do I craft liquid rocket fuel? Oh, come on, yeah, out of a barrel. I love that recipe. So we transform solid rocket fuel into liquid rocket fuel. Okay, it's at least that simple. So, rocket fuel, didn't I have that on a tab here as well already? So, oh yeah, is there any other way so far or right now to produce oxygen more easily now? So, we could go for electrolysis, but that would surely not bring me more oxygen than that. Okay, so we need 23 atmospheric condensers. Well, the good thing about that is, I mean, I know that this here is exactly producing the amount of light oil that I needed. So here I was torching away the excess. Or wait a sec. So, rocket fuel requires 100 light oil. Okay. Oh well, oh well. How much raw oil do I process here already? 1,140. So we are reaching the end of the capacity for this pipeline. I actually foresee that I am over-exceeding the capacity of this pipeline. So, let's see. I got the connector here leading towards there, and then it distributes the stuff all the way over there. Okay. And then we have this, which is connected to the light oil facility. I see, I see. Okay. So, for some odd reason, I am piping out the heavy oil. What am I doing? Ah, this is the lube factory. So, actually, I have the light oil I need already. I don't need to build anything. This is one of the more pleasant surprises. Hey, Paperboy, so happy to see you. There's some company in the factory. Usually I'm alone out here. Happy to see you, man. So, we got actually everything I need. Isn't that awesome? Well, except for the oxygen, but... So, atmospheric condensers. Do I have 23 of them by any occasion in my pocket? No. Would have been too easy, wouldn't it? Okay. Let's make it run back home. At least I'm producing these in a mass scale. Gotta say, I love this place by now. So there's 9.5 hours until the solar ejection hits town. Oh well, I really want to work on my mall the other day again too. I want to add in modules into the production facility, into the production scheme. Would be a big bump up in many ways for this entire factory to have modules, as has been pointed out several times. Here they are. Okay, atmospheric condensers. Check. I'm really, really happy about the coincidence that I was torching away light oil, and I'm able to utilize that now. It's always a great feeling when you spot some excess production from another occasion and you notice that this saves you a damn lot of time. This is always a great feeling. So, slow and steady landfill production. Oh, by the way, I need to shut down this other landfill thing. I do have enough now. So, it's all over here. Isn't it? Here. I started to produce a larger amount of landfill, but I want to stop with that now. Oh, wait a sec. It's actually, pretty done. Okay. So, yeah, you know what? One stack of landfill is allowed. Let's actually put the rest of that stack into the box. I just want to have enough landfill available to create some land bridges if necessary. Oh boy, this place is running dry too soon. I mean, it ain't a problem. This is the fuel supply for my Maul's smelter. And, well, I do plan to make this Maul to run on electric smelting as well, you know. Electric smelting is just king. So, again, dismantle that. I mean, surely I was just busy with something else, but, you know, sometimes I do love to take a stroll into the factory, modernize a thing or two. Because, you know, these things are extremely important as well. And here we had a small intake of copper. There was a tiny deposit there that I wanted to exploit, which I did now. I don't like leaving behind rip materials, even if it's a very small scrap of these, you know. Sure, you could just build over deposits, but maybe you'll understand. So, how much petrol does this thing overproduce, as a matter of fact? Tell me. We do have a overproduction of 60 petrol gas here. So maybe I'm able to create the sulfur I need out of this facility here too. Maybe I'll be able to make a lot of my stuff that I need happen from this place here. I really foresee a great future. So let's put that on a pin. And do I have a fuel refinery? Yeah, at least something. So the fuel refinery will need iron plate. So where do I have my iron plates in the system? And well, I don't need that. I don't think I need that. Because at the end of the day, the place where I make my rocket fuel is not so important, because I'm using it as a liquid. I can't pipe it through the land quite easily. Okay, so we got all that. There are the oil refineries. 8 of them. In this scenario, I even have 10. That's more than I need. So great. Such a nice coincidence. These things are creating lubricant for the other factory and supporting this here coincidentally. The only thing that I'm now unaware of is where the hell do I put down these damn atmospheric condensers, because they do eat a lot of territory, and this area here is very, very planned through, you know. And when I go on over to this place, hello, Star Capellus. And if I go over to this place, I quickly run into the area that I have reserved for the ore refining. So I don't want to spit into that soup here either. So I'm going to set it up here. I think that's a great place. So, no, they don't interconnect. All right. So these things, they don't connect with each other. That's why I make this annoying whiny noise. So we go into copy the. We're going to copy something because I already went through that pane once, and this is a golden rule of Factorio. If you went through the pane once, you can copy the pane and lessen your suffering as long as you find the stuff again. I mean, here is that. Where the hell am I producing my my rocket fuel at? This is where. Wait a sec. Okay, the rocket fuel is connected to that. Where are they? Here. So, I'm going to just copy this nightmare. Isn't this awesome? These are parts about the game that I love. So the thing here is, none of these suckers connect with one another. They all have to be railed up to one output pipe. And now we have to get us also distributors going. This is a nightmare. These things are just really, really... I love it. You know, it could be... I like it because it makes a very, very simple production chain challenging. Because, you know, it's absolutely not challenging to set up a machine that sucks in air and turns out oxygen. But distributing the stuff turns out to be very challenging, and I really, really dig that. That's well made. So, let's use the long-range turrets there. There we go. I'm making myself some oxygen now. It saves me so much time to be able to go and use old schematics, you know. I really like that. So here we have now the oxygen pipe, and next thing we need is light oil. And yeah, well, okay. I got iron plates over here, so why not go on with that? This is a great spot, I think. So, there we go. Here's the iron plate. Meteors got successfully destroyed. Wonderful. And, well, let's put it down here. Like that sucker up from this angle, I'd say. Here comes the oxygen. And here goes the light oil. So here's a bit of a more problematic part in the production chain. I do have these incinerators here wired up. I need to wire them off, because we're going to use that resource now. So here's the next step that we're going to take. We're going to take a little bit of a logical circuit thing here. So first things first, we got the liquid rocket fuel production, so to say. So where does the rocket fuel get transformed into liquid rocket fuel, as a matter of fact? At the fuel refinery. So I am now pretty we're going to make it like that then. I mean, that's the easiest thing, I'd say. just wire them up like that, eh? Yay! Getting there, boys. So... these things are all so damn exciting for me, you know? Because this is, I'm reaching the point, where I'm able to connect to my, past adventures, you know? Alright, so this, thing is now going to be filled with liquid rocket fuel. It'll take ages this way to fuel one rocket. It's okay, though. I will just wire up another supply of fuel, if necessary, because, you know, it's going to be that easy. And, yeah. No biggie in that regard. So let's see. Here we don't have enough of that. Oh, yeah. There is a problem now. So you see, up there is the lubricant production, and as soon as the lubricant stockpiles are full, the refineries won't produce anymore, because that's the devilish part. You have oil being broken up into 3 different products, and if the stockpiles of any of these are full at any point, the whole production gets to a halt. So that's pretty nasty. But there are things to solve these issues, quite simple things. So we're going to make it like that. So here now we have a tank. And do I have a pump on me, or do I need to craft one? Whoa. So, pump. No, I don't seem to have one. Alright. So, always keep forgetting how they were working. But I think it's that direction, isn't it? Oops. Failed. So, does it pump now? Okay. So, the only thing that we're going to need now is to tell this pump to only work, or no. Actually, no. Actually, no. We're going to make it entirely easier. So, there's going to be the pump that's wired up here. With the cable, and its job is to be only enabled if there's more than how much does fit into that thing? 200k. So if there's more than 150 grand in there, then it enables, and then it'll layer stack. So this way we will extract oil out of the grid and destroy it as soon as a certain threshold is exceeded. And here, this connection here has no limit. This will always be open, so there will be always material for this thing here, but this pump here will only kick into gear if there's too much of that stuff in there. So this way you can easily make such problems go away. It's a shiny evening here. Oh, look, the first electric drills are already emptied. Wow. I actually extracted the majority of that deposit already. Wow. Cool. I feel like it's only such a short time ago that I changed it up, and now it's permanently working because there's no backflow anymore. The other time, the moment ago, there was this slot here was stuck with heavy oil, which didn't flow out, and now it's fixed. Alright, so let's see. These guys are actually equaling out one another. Right. So, technically, I'm producing 50 rocket fuel per second now, it says. Awesome. So, here we are stacking up on that stuff. I think it's going to be a great idea to put a tank in between here as well, because, you know, won't hurt to stockpile some rocket fuel, I think. Okay, so I got this part of the equation done. This was one of the easiest. Now we're going to go into the ungrateful things. So, let's see. I wanted to get into rocket control units first, because they were among the most painful things to produce. So, yeah, glass production. I see. I remember. And let's get started with a pulverizer. So, we're going to get it up here. Let's see. Start pulverizing there, I'd say. Boom. Sand. Splitter. Loader. We're not doing small numbers here. So that thing spits out 15 units of sand per second, so a yellow loader will be sufficient. Awesome. Okay. So next step, craft the glass for this process. It's going to be 5 of these, with a very simple input-output thing. Let's see how long I will last until something runs out here. And let's see what it'll be this time first. Alright, that'll be 5 glass per second. Boom, done. Okay, and then I need batteries. I don't have a schematic for the batteries yet, have I? Too bad. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, well, we're going to make this with chemical facilities. That's going to be 20 chemical facilities. And damn a lot of copper and iron. Okay, I see a problem with the copper supply. I already foresee that, but well, let's live through that, you know. What I'm going to do is a quite simple thing. I'm going to just wire in some extra material later down the road. But for now, there's really no necessity for this thing to run on very, very high capacities. There's not going to be any schedule of rocket starts or anything like, you know, any fancy thing like that. No, I'm just utilizing this spaceport to get the game going in the first place. So we are going to make this then like that, eh? Output outwards? I'd definitely say so. So input and output need to be configured. And let's see. It's luckily only a one tile thing, so we can actually do the regular distribution scheme. Here we go. I know that I don't need this at the end of a line, but this way you can easily just set it up to make it going into mass production. Ugh. Seriously? Okay. Sucks. A little bit weird, but... So we need 20 of these. That's 10. Let's copy that entire thing one more time. Yeah, that's definitely not going to be enough copper for the entire operation. Surely bad. Well, but whatever. I don't care. I'm not even sure if I'm not massively overscaling this entire ops right now. But even if so, it would be that it's not that much of a biggie. Because these machines, they only have a very, very slow energy need when they are resting. And if ever I need a larger backbone, I just need to fill that with material, you know? Whatever is not fulfilled yet just needs to be filled later with material, and then I'm happy that I already have done the job, you know? I really don't know how massive this entire operation will grow at the end of the day, you know? So... Oh, whoopsie. It's the wrong direction, actually. We're going to unify them here. So, not sure where exactly they'll be living, but that's the chemical facilities that we needed for that. We need more chemical facilities for that. This makes you want to go back to Factorio. What's holding you back, man? Factorio's a great game. I love it. It's such a wonderful piece of brain exercise. I know. And there's always something to find fulfillment with. There's a lot of restructuring that needs to be done at this factory, though. And, well... Okay, so chemical facilities. It's just always baffling me how hard the competition is with Factorio content. I'm doing Factorio content basically since I launched that channel, and I'm still not showing up not enough to see a bigger audience here. That amazes me. I mean, I play this game because I like it, you know. And I think I'm doing well enough now to have one stream or two in a week that's more for a niche audience. But it sure amazes me that I'm doing this for such a long time now, and I still haven't found access to a larger audience of the Factorio viewers that are surely there. You know. IKG, hello there. Starting your new RimWorld journey today. Thanks for the drop by. Well, the wonderful thing, Paperboy, is that this game offers you so many ways how you can play it. The way I do my factory is just one way to do a factory, you know? That's the most brilliant thing about this game. There's nothing wrong with the method as long as it works at the end of the day. That's what I keep telling myself and everybody else who's starting out with the game, you know? As long as what you're doing turns out a result that you're happy with, your method is solid, you know. And I think that's one thing that holds back people a lot from joining into the Factorio fun, because they think that that the game is only playable in a certain way, this complex mathematical way that a lot of players dive into, myself included. So we got the batteries, so let's go on deeper for this stuff. So I got the glass, I got the batteries, I got the iron plate, probably. I mean, this is here the Tinkerer's iron plate supply, so we have to branch out here, right? I mean, this doesn't get depleted anywhere else. This only gets depleted here for the production of that stuff. Yeah. Gotta be careful, you know. There's one branch of iron plates that's reserved for the low-density No. Wait a sec, that ain't iron. I only have one belt of iron plates in the first place. That's how it works. Well, the really cool thing, Paperboy, is if you just play on instinct, or however you want to call it, the cool thing with that is you can see in the finished machine what's missing. You see which ingredient is not provided enough, and then just produce more of that. You don't need to calculate that beforehand. You can just react to whatever's happening. No problem. And that's what I really like about this game. There are so many ways how you can play it, and I don't have enough assembling machines on me. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't it always the same story, too? So we require the red circuits, the glass, and the iron. The glass ain't around yet, so let's bring that back down. Okay, so where will I drop the assembly? I think down there. So, as a matter of fact, it won't hurt me to do this like that. Well, you know, Paperboy, though, I know I'm saying the same thing over and over again, but you know, if the game's working out for you and you're having fun with it, it's awesome. For me, it came all automatically after a while. First, I understood how it works, and then I had the urge to make it work better, and one thing led to another, you know? So, with these suckers, we require what? We have 3 belts of material that is required for the intake, but we need such low numbers that we can easily mix here with no bigger problems. So we're going to make this as follows. Here's going to be that. So 2 mixed belts incoming, and that'll allow me to make that whole thing much compacter. There we go. So the only thing I hope is that there's enough room here behind for those suckers to be put out. Yeah. Beautiful. Alright. So let's start the entire grid there. And this way I have a nice compact input-output scenario. So we do this the same way as we did it before. Here's going to be the connection between these. And I'm going to do the inserter game here quick. And then we can just copy-paste it and multiply it as necessary. So that's 5 each. Honestly, this bothers me. So there was a gap between these, and that bothered me a lot. So that's 10, that's 20, 30, 40. So these things grow heavier and heavier, larger and larger. Usually that's a sign that you are probably better off with upscaling your factory in terms of using better and heavier machines and the like. So I need more tier 1 belts, I need more assemblers, and I'm pretty sure I need other things too. But I have a pretty big production of rocket control units now. It's worth a lot, you know. We're really doing some new some highly processed goods now. Is that production block UI new? That's a mod that I'm running. That's Helmod. It's basically calculating stuff for me. I just put in what I want. I tell this calculator how much of something I want, and then it tells me how many machines I need to make that happen. So this way I don't need to calculate a lot. I leave the calculating to the computer, and you know, I think that's where the calculating is is happening best. So I need some fresh nanobots too, and we require assembling machines. I'm pretty sure that I'm missing out a lot of other stuff too, but whatever. Whatever. Exactly. Computers are just doing what they're supposed to do here. I really feel like these features wouldn't be it wouldn't be bad if they'd be in the game per se, or as a standard feature. But whatever, you know. Alrighty. So let's continue here. And there. And power the whole thing up. Nice. That's a lot of rocket control units. Good-o. What's next? Going to bring up a space capsule factory. So this is, what is this? Low density structure? Check. Rocket control unit? Check. Solar panel and accumulator? Not there yet, but we can provide as well. Solid rocket fuel? Okay, we will require solid rocket fuel as well. Ugh. Yeah, well, then I need to rework my little facility there a little bit. Too bad. But I mean, the space capsule is not something we require in mass production. So here, this is the more exciting part. So let's see. A pump consists out of these things. A storage tank consists out of that. And a small electric motor consists out of these. So here we go places. I hate these things so much. So here we need all that. All right. This is just for part of the rocket, for the production of the rocket parts. It's surely rocket science by now. Alright, so we'll require a lot of iron in this process. Some iron, some steel, some copper, and, okay, let's see this through. Going to go for that. Well, let's see. Let's pull this up here and there. Then we're going to go downstairs with the steel like here. Okay, tidy things up right quite nicely. And here we go. So here we got the materials necessary for all that spaghetti here. Okay, I mean, I have to start somewhere, so I might as well start here. I'm going to go down the road. So... This will be the red circuits we need for this facility here. Okay, let's see what we can do. I'll need a bit of copper cable here, and that is practically all we need from the copper department there. So I can easily swoop in and swoop out here. Okay. So we will require one machine for these suckers. So let's do this like that. And make this a long-reaching. Why not? Make this a long-handed inserter. I got everything I need. Just like that. Okay, so we got that, we got that. So we need these pods now together for the electric motors. So let's drop it down like that. Somebody remove that tree, please. There's a tree lying on the assembly, good sir. And here go these suckers. Alright. Okay. It's all coming together slowly, okay? So, next step is the tanks. The good thing about these is you are literally just plucking things together and running out of assemblers. No, you're not. So, here we go. Oh, it's iron beams. It's not steel. Okay. But here's steel needed. Alright. So I'm not wrong about that. But going to need another one of these, providing the iron beams we need. Probably I need more than just one of these machines for the iron beams, but whatever. It ain't that important. We don't need this on ratio. Here it's me not working that much on ratio. The auto-tunneling beneath tracks, that's something that has been patched into the game a couple of versions ago. This is vanilla Factorio by now. This is a standard feature. Pretty cool one, no? So now let's go. I need steel, I need pipe, I need engine. So it's easily served here. It has engine. It'll have pipe in a second. Forgot to bring up the pipe factory, but whatever. These things are quite easy. No, here. There. And steel. There. Oh, whoopsie. Steel's too far away now. So this thing doesn't need iron plate in the first place, so we can make a little bit of a hot fix. Absolutely no problem. So we're just going to make one of my favorites here, the splitter method. You can use the second slot of the splitter this way. So, we got all these ingredients. I'll need a pipe as well. I bet that... Oh, there is a surplus of pipe. Perfect. So, here we go. Outputting near. Outputting far. There we go. Good. So that's the ingredients together. Wait a sec. Actually, I know a way smarter method of dealing with this. So this is a split off, yeah? Right. Great. So just spaghettify this thing up here. Because this belt won't hurt nobody. It will not pollute anything. It'll just work out nicely. Okay, so we got all the necessary ingredients together. Let's pipe that over here. And then we merely have to set up 8 factories that produce these things there. So I really think that this is the way I want to go. Okay. This is all going to be very simple at the end of the day. So let's output downwards for now. Don't know if it'll stay like that or not, but pretty sure it goes well so far. Okay, I'll need substations soon. Fresh new substations required. Alrighty. I have a hard time believing that the given materials are really enough for 8 factories of these, but it's not so much up to me, you know. Okay, so done. What about these now? Will require iron chests. So these things, these are probably the most complicated part in this equation. Ugh. Yeah. Isn't it nice? So we need automation cores as well. Yeah, I think that's going to be it. Here goes that. Then goes the gear wheel. And I think... Ah, here, no, iron sticks. I missed out these. I think now I have all the necessary ingredients together that we'll require here for this nightmare. I mean, all together, it ain't complicated at all. You know, it's just plucking together small parts, but the sheer amount of things that we require here is really obnoxious, you know. Anyways, let's make that happen. Actually, it's going to be much easier to split that off here. And then go downstairs here. Roll it on over here. And then follow all the way down there. Because we're going to require green and red circuits in this production lane. So, we got copper, iron. I need copper yet again. So, well, let's grab us some copper from another distributor. It's going to be much easier to roll that through this way. I mean, I think I would be only needing to roll some copper cable down here, but well. Let's go safety first, you know. Okay, so let's put this nightmare of a pin on the tab. We need one little thing for copper cable, just like the last time. So we're going to require copper plate for the automation cores, though. So how will we work here? It's a very narrow corner where I'm working here, but I feel like this should work now. So here we go. That's where we're going to store the copper cable at. And since I only require such low amounts of the material, let's put these together, I'd say. Okay, that's done. I don't need that anymore, thank you. For the iron sticks. Let's do that on a drop near, and I'll require 2 for the gear wheels. So this way we can have this stuff all on the same belt. Awesome. Now, gear wheels, plate, and copper cable make together electric engines. So we'll wire that here. Yeah, okay. And I ran out of underground belts, so we're going to do this. We're going to go this. Okay. This should work. Ugh. And I don't have the heat plate at the heat shields yet. This is probably by far the most annoying part, where I feel like it would be so much easier if I would be just importing those damn inserters from my mall, but you know, I don't want to. I always feel like the stuff from my mall is for my mall, and the other stuff's not. Okay. Let's pick up some underground belts for this here as well. And I was running low on substations as well, so let's grab a few of these as well. They were back here. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Don't need that many. Let's say, well, let's say 50. Let's stay with 50. I didn't know that I had 2 stacks of these. What I'm going to stack up massively on, though, is assemblers. So we'll take the double stick, no problem. So I need. What do I need? Inserters. There we go. All right. Pretty sure that we're missing out on something as usual, but luckily with the triple exoskeleton, my dude, it's not that slow anymore. Alrighty. But it's coming together. We are really at the last few hurdles. I think as soon as I have tackled the heat shielding problem, and this one here, like the most of the entire cargo rocket thing is then finally done. So here we go. Here. So now I have these materials together. So, electric motor, well, where do I want to put these? I will require iron plates all the way down in this production chain. So we're going to make it more like that. Oopsie. So, there we go. So these guys, they need this and that and that. Okay, we got this. So the next step is the is the automation core. Will require gear wheel, copper plate, all the stuff on this side. None of the items on the other side. So I'm just pulling this stuff then through here, and I'm going to make my automation core production happen here. We just need to stick things together at the end of the day. So there we go. And I feel like going down this way. Probably wire them up like that. So I can combine the streams, or is that even desirable? Let's see. Yeah, we need these parts together on the same belt, so this will be something we'll be benefiting from. Okay, so next step, we need gear wheels and iron plates together on one machine. So since here is not enough room anymore, or, well, actually, now that I think more closely about it, no, there isn't. Or, well, there. No, there is. There is. Let's use a simple trick. Free up space. There we go. And now I'm able to make things like these. We can now bring up... Wait a sec. I don't even need to trick around here. And just pick things up from this side and from that side. Awesome. Oh god, this is such a spaghetti mess here. It's really one of the worst things that I ever had to work myself through. So, inserter parts. We need next inserter parts, inserter parts. Grabbing my stuff from here and only from here, okay. And now we can just safely output these materials there. Good. This stuff is then going to go into one machine, creating the basic inserters and nothing else even. So let's see, neither the inserter parts nor the engines are needed somewhere up there. So I'll just have loaders slurp that stuff in. Inserter model, and then we can belch out this stuff. Awesome. So the next step necessary is a facility that'll produce the yellow inserters for us, which is going to be amazingly easy now, because I can now just do this. And we won't require inserter cores or any of these other items somewhere else. So we got all that. It's coming together. These things only look complicated in the first place, but when you're exercising them through, they actually grow less and less complicated, or at least that's always been my impression. So here we need now steel. Wait a sec. Here I just destroyed my production. Whoopsie. So we need to do something about that. So stuff needs to go here, and I'm going to require the end of that stuff. Wait a sec, we need to go this way. So let's make this different. Just want to make sure that there's not going to be any pollution here accidentally. Okay, so we got that settled down. Now I need the steel somewhere else. So let's see what we can do out of that. not too much. Alrighty, so, well, it ain't that much of a biggie. I mean, I can connect somewhere else. So we're going to wire out the steel out like here. But we're working here in close quarters, as you might already have noticed. So there's not that much margin for error here. That's okay. So, yellow inserters, steel plates, and green circuits. So, let's see. So, here goes this. And then, last but not least, I'll need a machine providing iron chests for me. Okay. So, let's see how many iron chests, I might ask. Just one machine. I figured as much, but I wanted the machine to double check on me. So... here. Regular, good old iron chest. So, blue inserters, iron chests. So, let's drop that stuff here. Oh, whoopsie, it's not dropping near case even. And steel plates. So, another splitter will go well. Do these guys need the red cards? Yes, they do. Okay. Okay, then. We're going to set up a splitter just in case. Now, I don't know if I'll ever need that stuff ever again. Always nice to have options, though. Alrighty, so all the stuff has come together now, and we're going to wire it up like that. And 8 assemblers it's going to be. Oof. What a trip. I mean, this surely wasn't the hardest manufacturing chain so far, but there's been so many small stations to it. Alright, but here we go. It's done. I'm a tiny little bit proud of myself here. So here now the parts for the rocket will come together. So here's that part. That's the parts for the rocket coming together, guys. We're doing it now. Wow. So let's see. I'm waiting for the first thingies to be dropped down on the belt. Okay, we got these. So, job's done. So the last part here is now to put the rocket control units, the low density structures, and the heat shieldings together. So we don't have the heat shieldings yet, but that's the easiest part, I think. After all I've been through now, I think we're able to launch a rocket today, guys. Me in space with a new version. Where lots of other content creators already have been. Alright, so let's make this like that. And this one has sadly to go. Okay, so here we go. That, and so heat shieldings now. Okay, luckily I have made all the calculations beforehand. So I'll be needing a damn lot of petrol gas there. So way more than I'm actually providing here. I think this is only providing 60 petrol gas, isn't it? Yeah, so sucks. I'll need a little bit more than that. But for now, let's just wire it up and make it happen, okay? So, I know that I'll need that stone. I have already thought that through, and we're going to make that happen here. So, stone is made to brick at this spot, and we are going to make it like that. It'll require 7.5 brick altogether, so... Night Rogue, welcome! Some company in the factory. Been a chill time so far, somehow. As usual. Good old Factorio. So, let's make that happen 6 times. So, 6 on each side. Perfect. What's the aim of today's session? I want to get the cargo rocket finally to space. So it's not much missing here. I'm setting up now the cargo rocket sections. I already have the rocket fuel set up. We're basically now working on the capsule and on the heat shieldings for the rockets themselves. But I think that's going to be now one of the faster things to go down. So we require 5 stone tablets. So these stone tablets, I remember, had a crazy need of inserters. Yep, output-wise, exactly. So these guys need one near and one far output. And we are also dropping an amount of 30 of these suckers. Okay. So let's see if that's even working on out here. Well, ish. So here I needed a little bit of a different layout there, but... Okay, so we got all that settled down, and the next thing is the sulfur. So we're going to require 6 of these things. Well, I want this sulfur only needs liquids to be produced, so we're going to make this like that. Probably gonna be more like that. So here goes. I have water and I'm ready to use it. So here we go with the water. Let's drop a proper connector grid though, so we don't get into any unnecessary trouble here. So this thing has to be living somewhere else. So we got the water. Now we need the petrol gas. So... actually gonna wire that down a little bit differently now. Oopsie, that won't work. Whatever you do, never, never, never cross any fluid networks with different fluids. Golden rule of Factorio. There can be only one fluid per pipe. Everything else will make your life miserable. So, we got these things. We need water now as well. And it's going to be clear that I'm not producing enough petrol gas right now to get that going, but that's not really a big problem. We can fix that easy later. Or one. And or another thing, I'm not going to need the maximum throughput here anyways. So what I will need here though is steel. So let's fetch me some steel. I know that it is there is some steel around here. There we go. So here we go. Let's do another nice little splitter here. Good lord. The main connection of this whole facility is pure spaghetti. It's filled with pasta. There we go. So, here we've got the steel we need for that, and I think... Well, let's see how is the... Yeah, the steel does work out exactly as I want it to. So we can just, as a matter of fact, connect these and have an easy time with the materials together. Boom, there we go. So, now require 20 machines that make heat shieldings for us. So, there's the pipes in my way. That sucks. So... First time that pipes interfere with my plans that massively. But whatever, this should work out. There we go. So, normal and a long-handed inserter will suffice. Output and input-wise, so at the same time. So here we go. And now we need to make that times 10. Oh no, the fuel is in the way. Damn it. I hate this. So we got 6, that's 12, that's 14, that's 16, that's 18. Well, should be 20. Yep. So we're definitely going to let the product roll this way. So we can unify it at the end of this road. There we go. Oh, there's sometimes mini disconnects from my internet provider. I hope that was not the case. Alrighty. So there's the heat shielding. So we're not going to produce enough heat shielding here, simply because I'm not producing enough sulfur, because I don't have enough petrol gas there. So you see there's only half of these machines constantly running. But for starters, it's going to be a-okay. It's all I need. So, the last thing that's here necessary is going to be that frickin' space capsule production, but let's stay with this tab first and finish that. So, here it's going to be magnificent. We're going to pipe all these materials together. So how's it? We got the rocket control units there. I got the necessary parts for that here. And the low density structures are over here. Okay. So we're going to wire that down here. And let those run alongside with the control units. Why not? And run out of belt again. Great. So there's now only the production of the capsule that pisses me off a little bit still. Because I'll have to bring up capacitors and solar panels for that. And that's a bit of a hurdle. Because it requires so damn many extra resources, but we've been through that other painful stuff, so we're going to go through the rest of it as well. I mean, it's literally only the last few steps now. I'm almost done. I really am. At least with this pod. I mean, I still have to, oh yeah, I don't even have a thruster suit yet. Oh god. Yeah, well, we'll see about that. Probably I'll be able to fix that up quite quickly. Because, you know, when you go to space, you need a spacesuit. Alrighty. So, after the short belt shortage, so I got that material together, I got that material together. Now I need to get the heat shieldings somehow down there. So, let's see. Let's roll that this way. Ugh, no. Okay. The pipes are trolling us yet again. So these are the 5 ingredients all together already. Nice. So here we go. So with a stream of 5 ingredients, yeah, that's always a bit of a harder thing. Oh, I need the low density structures as well. So where did they, oh god. They are totally buried in here. So, yeah, you know what? We're going to wire them out in a different way. This way is no good anymore. Suffered from a spaghetti cave-in. So luckily I was able to just wire that the other way. And here I'm going to do another beautiful thing, like it's something I start doing more often lately. It's like reverse engineering my path, you know. There we go. So with a stream of 5 ingredients, it's always a painful thing. So let's see how we'll solve that. As a matter of fact, I just realized that we'd be off better altogether. If we'd roll downhill like that. So let's remove that. I just need to check how to do this properly. Just realized that I am able to save a lot of room there. So these cargo pods, they only stack up to a amount of that. So the cargo pods roll down here. Okay. First things first, let's drop down a warehouse to store our excess junk. Because I see what has happened there. I know how to fix it, but first things first, you know. There we go. Ooh. What have I done? So I hope it'll work out now. And why are you guys not working? You are not getting your tanks. Why are you not getting your tanks? Ah, because you are out of material here. Yeah, with all that spaghetti that I did there, I'm not too surprised that things need to be fixed. Alright. But it should be okay now, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so, next step. Got all that down there. Okay, but, well, we're only saving so and so much. Okay. This is really some finicky business, I tells you. So, here we go. I mean, with the sheer amount of materials that I have to work with right now, things became quite complicated, you know, to put into friendly words. So here, this is a little bit of a sucky constellation, to let it all run up first and let it run down afterwards, but, well, this should work now. Hey, Nostario, welcome. So happy to see you, man. Alright, so we got that, and let's do the assembly. It's a very short chain. We only need 8 of these guys, but it's going to be an important one. So, let's see. I'm going to... This is part of the input, and therefore this is going to be the output. So, let's see. Low density structure, check. Check, check, and check. Alright, got it. We got everything required for this job now, and output will be on the far side. I'll do this just on one side of this entire thing, because we're 5, 6, 7, and 8. With merely 8 machines, I don't see the big necessity to make that thing. What did you miss this session? I have set up the last bits and bobs that were missing for the launch of the cargo rockets. So right now I'm setting up basically the last machines missing for the launch of my first, or the, no, not the launch, the production of my first cargo rocket, which will go into space. So you actually went in at a pretty great timing, because you are now joining in when the exciting part starts, you know. So here we are now racking up the cargo rocket sections. So this is, as a matter of fact, the first material belt that will be directly connected to the cargo rocket launching pad. here we go. So, hooray. Now we only need to produce ourselves a space capsule. Easier said than done. At this point, we got production of cargo rocket sections down. We got the production of liquid rocket fuel down. So there's only one thing lacking, and that's the capsule. So the capsule, well, we'll have to produce this stuff. Let's see, I want to put these on different blocks. And that stuff. There we go. And this is an empty production block that we don't need. So here, I'll be needing a whopping amount of lots and lots of things. I'm going to be a little bit more specific here in a second. So we're going to need glass, steel, and silicon. So silicon is made out of quartz, and we're going to get through all this pain here in a second. Okay, then. So that's the solar panel recipe. And here, well, we're just going to use the materials that I already got. Luckily, I have already batteries and iron plates together. So that's, as a matter of fact, quite easy. So I just need to expand on that. This facility will not be able to work on full throughput so far. There will be shortages of things. Lots of shortages, I think. But it is not necessary at all that this facility will run on full capacity. Because the full capacity thing, that will be something we'll be requiring much, much later. Right now, I'm only looking for something that'll get rockets into space reliably, automatically, repeatable. And I think this is going to be achievable. And if I ever need more than that, we're going to expand this entire facility, because there's plenty of room to do so. The entire thing here can be expanded by simply putting in gravel into this lake. There's plenty of room for extra metal smelting. So we got upscalability here. So here goes this nightmare. The only thing a little bit sad about is I don't think that we're going to go to space anyways, because we're lacking a thruster suit and oxygen, but we'll see about that. Probably I can fix that up quite quickly. We'll see. So, yeah. Here, with the heat shielding production, we are already kind of in a shortage because of the lack of sulfur production. I'm going to wire up some extra petrol gas production sometime in the future, but not now. So, we need more of this there. So, here we go. Some extra stone. It'll all begin with another pulverizer, which we can now easily even put up like that, because he's going to be probably the last part of the production chain of this spaceport here. So output can be done on a yellow belt again, because we require not that much sand. That sand will be transformed into that stuff. So I hope I won't get any uranium in my pocket. Doesn't look like I did. So here we go. And output wise, we're going to output what? 6.3 of these things. So here we go. Going to go for a water connection like this. I'll just have to find out where I get water from, but that shouldn't be the hottest part. there is, after all, water using industry here, so we're just going to get ourselves another connector down here. Oh well. Looking a bit funky, but whatever. If it works, you know. So, do we need more inserting power than one blue inserter here? Yep, we do. Only slightly, but whatever. And we're going to require 2 long-handed inserters for the output there. And that's that. Great. And let's wire it up. And that's going to be piped into 3 furnaces. Well, actually, we're going to put them down here. Oh, I hope that's inserter-wise okay. Nope, it ain't. Requires faster input. Okay, so we got that stuff, and let's see. I had a glass production somewhere along the line here as well. But, oh boy, we're going to require much more glass than that. So let's see. If I wanted to produce that myself here, whoopsie. How resource intense would that be? Very darn effing intense. Alright. So, well, that glass goes down that way. Okay. So, I don't even produce enough sand for that amount of glass, but it's okay. We are going to make it anyways, but with a lower amount of smelters here. So, let's just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's put it down like that, probably. So there are shortages in this grid. Shortages that I see while I'm building this grid, which is a little bit sad, but, you know, if I ever need to bump up the numbers, I'll just need to put in more glass, for example, or something like that. And I really don't mind at all. Okay, so next step, we're going to get these materials together on one belt. And obviously we're going to require a red belt one day for that, but not today. But I'll just prepare and pretend as if. And here goes just the stream of steel that I'll require here as well. Okay. I mean, this whole facility here, the numbers are not accurate at all, because here we're these space capsules, you build them in a way that, or no, you research actively technologies to make them reusable, to lower the amount of space capsules that you need to produce in the first place. So, you know, it ain't all as terrible as it might look at the first glance. That's all I can say. So here we go. That's going to be now the facility for the solar panels. So four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Totally over the top to put up 9 assemblers like that, but whatever. It's better than being sad later that I didn't bring up enough capacity here. Okay, we are almost done. At least with the cargo capsule production and all the other jazz, but Feeling like this is a really, really a major thing. Hey, Ash, welcome! You have a great timing, my man. We're almost there. I'm just building my cargo capsule. And then we're off to effing space. Soon, TM. So, cargo rocket sections are being produced. They roll down the line here. Not as fast as I wanted to, not as many as I wanted to, but that's okay. This is a fledgling spaceport anyways. So, next thing that we need to bring up are the capacitors. So, iron and batteries. Oh yeah, I already have the capacitors on the belt. Awesome. So, oh yeah, I know a guy who will run out of yellow belt any second. So, we will now, let's check it out. For the cargo capsule production, let's just put this on a pin. I'll be needing low density structure and rocket control units. Low density structure and rocket control units. So where do these things live nowadays? So I do need heat shieldings as well, so that will work out for me quite decently. So we're going to hype out a small amount of that stuff here. Well, not the worst thing that you missed and that your teacher's away when I'm just streaming my first trip to space. Okay, so we got that, we got that. I even need glass in its raw form. Oh god. How terribly annoying. Yeah, whatever. Let's grab ourselves first some yellow belt, you know. It won't be working without, so might as well get over to the mall again. So, heat shielding, check. I need the rocket fuel as well. Oh my god. It's such a long crafting list, man. So ideally, I want to set up that factory that produces the capsule right next to the cargo rocket to the cargo rocket launching site, because this way I can minimize the overproduction of these things, because you know these are just beastly when it comes down to resource consumption, and therefore, well, let's see what I can do about that. I think that's going to be a great idea, to funnel all the necessary materials right next to the rocket base, and then just build it right next to the rocket base and transfer it from there. So there's going to be only one capsule or so overproduced at all times, because you know, I think it would be awful to produce more of these accidentally. Like, if you look at this wicked ingredient list, you would not want this to be accidentally mass-produced. No, you don't. So therefore, we're going to make this thing plop down here, and let's see. I am needing glass, so let's wire up glass. Well, obviously, I'm not able to wire up glass profoundly. Ugh. So, no. Let's not do something shabby. No, we're going to make it like that. So, proper pulverizing and all. I've come so far. I don't want to go into sloppy will now. I mean, there are already enough sloppy things in this entire facility, but we don't need to force more problems. Good. So I like that one. there we go. Let's pack these up together, I'd say. Solar panel and glass goes well together, doesn't it? Alrighty, so we got that. Done and done. So, next thing on the list, rocket control units and heat shieldings. So, I figured that the easiest way to get this done would be to just wire it up like here. And then we get these as well. So, done and done. Now, rocket fuel. Reducing my rocket fuel up here. So, probably the most problematic part. Whew. That's rough. It's just with just a hint of spaghetti. Rocket fuel, so capacitors and low-density structures, and I think that's actually going to be it. So we're just going to slap on a splitter on that thing, splitterino in there. This is condensed madness. Alrighty, so let's see if I brought up all the necessary ingredients for the space capsule spaghetti. So we got finest ingredients of all sorts. Pack it in faster. Alright. Let's see. So this thing is racking in stupid amounts of material here. Although, if you check it out, like, we need 100 low-density structures, 50 solar panels, 100 solid rocket fuel. There's just so brutal requirements there. Yeah, that's home recipe pasta, man. Alrighty, so the heat shieldings will be the most problematic part, so let's drop a couple of them out of my personal stash. And I mean, the good thing about all this, we won't be needing more than one capsule in a long time. So 90% of the time this is going to be not even necessary, you know. So here, the cargo rocket sections, we are not getting, we haven't gotten one done in all that time yet. But, well, we'll be getting there. I mean, my plan for the future is going to be that if we ever need to set up larger amounts of these facilities, like cargo rocket sections and the like, I'm going to, let's see, rocket fuel tanks are the shortage. I'm going to expand this facility. For example, here I see that rocket tanks are not getting produced enough, so that's because we don't have enough of these iron beams here. I underestimated the amount of iron beam that this facility would need, and now, you know, getting in more of these would be quite hard at that point, but these things are just iron with iron, aren't they? So let's see. Has to go onto this belt here. Alright. So that would be possible, you know. And that's something I really want to do that now, because I feel like this is hurting the efficiency of that grid by a lot, and it's not much work to fix it, you know. There we go. And now all I need to do is to bring that up here. All the way in between here. And there. So now this thing can grab the extra iron bars it needs. Because that should be a massive thing there. Okay. So let's check on out what happened here. So the capsule ain't done yet. Yeah, heat shieldings. I already knew that the heat shieldings would be one massive bottleneck, because I don't have enough petrol gas production running as of yet. But that's okay, you know. That's just fine. So basically, all it takes to make this place more productive will be a bump up in gasoline production to get more heat shieldings done, and a bump up in, I don't know, what will it require? Just need to check out where the shortages are, you know. Right now it's still the rocket fuel tanks. Let's see if the numbers here go up now that the tank production is running more smoothly. I can bump this up with adding in modules. That's also an option that I could take. And here the first capsule is getting done. So let's see. Is this is a thruster suit still a thing that you need? I bet you do. Yeah, thruster suit. So needs jetpack equipment, needs life support equipment. So, well, and sadly, this does mean that we got all the stuff together, but, well, I still have to work on that, but it's a pretty low amount of things that we need to do here, but too much for this stream, sadly. We're going to need to make life support equipment, so... And we need to put up a life support facility. I want to check out one thing, though, if I can make a suicide mission here. Just because I want to see how it looks now. So, only 5 more sections to go. And the good part is going to be now, for the first rocket, we have to wait now, of course, for a pretty long time. But, since we don't have a hefty infrastructure as of yet going on, it's going to be quite easy to schedule these things. I probably need to rewire that in a way that this stuff here is probably going to happen somewhere around here. Would be better, I think, and it should be no problem with this with the item streams, because I want to have this area probably for filling this thing with goods, because right now, you know, I want to use this as a shipping platform, and looking at what I did there, yeah, not really working out as intended, but that's okay. I mean, we're going to optimize that thing as the jobs will, as I see what's going to be necessary. So there we go, guys. The rocket's done. This is, you know, getting this far in space exploration, Krastorio 2. If you got that far, you have my respect, because it's been a pretty long way to get there. So let's save the game, because I'm going to kill myself now properly. So to avoid suffocation, please consider putting on your thruster suit. No. So we're going to launch here. So guys, well, yeah. This is going to be a suicide mission, like I said, and I'm not going to survive long in space, but I just had to do this, you know. And next time we are going to go for sure for the safe way, but now we're going to have a look-see at that. And you see, this is space. This is the space derelict, and well, you are suffocating, and Now I'm dying, but you get the idea. This is how it looks in space. And this is our starting platform. And here we will get to set on up our stuff for real. And it's pretty good that I started out doing this at least once, because now I saw that I will need a lot of inventory space to begin with, because there's a lot of wreckage here, isn't it? So there's a bit of power production. So for the next run, we'll first prepare the life support, and then we're going to explore that thing. But now, let's load first. So guys, I thank you all for your time and attention. The few of you that were around here, I thank you for the good company. And next time, on the next Thursday, or even a little bit earlier, we're going to explore space for real. I'm going to look forward to that. So everybody, drop me your comments down below, leave me a thumbs up on the video if you haven't done so already, and consider a subscription to the channel. I'd be delighted if you did so. If you missed the stream and you want to catch the next one, check out the Discord and my Twitter, where I announce all the streams, or, well, you just subscribe to the channel and do the bell thing. Other thing, last but not least, check out Patreon and my PayPal. As a free content creator, you will always receive paywall-free content from my side, and therefore I can use all the help that I can get. So, have a nice day, everybody, and I thank you all for the good company. Have a good one, and see you soon.